Welcome to America and the UIM E1 World Championship presented by PIF. We're in Florida for round 7, the season finale of the all-electric race boat series. 9 teams will do battle here at the inaugural E1 Miami GP, but just one of them will be crowned 2025 Champions of the Water in front of a star-studded crowd. What a season it's been, with Aoki Racing Team and Team Rafa dominant in the first half of the year, with Team Blue Rising and the defending champions Team Brady here taking control in the second half. Now only 20 points separate them in the top half of the table, with 38 points for today's winner, 30 for second. It's all to play for.
It's more natural the other way. We always sit that way around.
Where are we looking?
Okay, let's go.
We are Team Brady. We are leading the championship currently with 154 points.
We are Team Rafa and we are second on the championship.
We have 151 points.
We are Team Blue Rising and we're so far 3rd place in the championship with 145 points.
We are Aoki Racing Team. We're 4th in the championship with 134 points.
No mustache! Thank God.
You see?
Thank God.
Man, 3 races with the mustache.
Please.
It wasn't good.
Yes.
Now, last race I go back to sexy.
We are 4 teams fighting for the title. You can feel the stress now, the pressure.
We got 20-point gap between us and Aoki, which in E1 isn't a big gap. You know, I think we were, what, 20 points down going into Monaco? And we came out the weekend with the lead.
To win the championship in Miami, we must win every second.
We have to be in front of all of them.
Out of 1,000 possibilities, after we let MATLAB run it, there is a very small percentage for us to be able to win overall. It is probably 3 out of 1,000.
Really?
It's really small.
We want to be world champions. Don't talk about Brady, please.
Bring on the pressure. Like, we love it.
The other teams, what they can know is that we have come with everything.
Let them fight together. You know, the top 3.
You know, we P1, we go, and we know how to do it.
Blue Rising, we've been training up, we've been rising.
Everything to gain, nothing to lose, and just here, have fun, do our best, and just, like you always say, the only thing we can control is ourselves. And that's what we'll do this weekend.
Yep.
We're going to do the best we can, and we have a great team behind us that have given us the opportunity to be here leading the championship after 6 races of the season, and we're here to be competitive.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
TVR, we're out.
Miami, let's go!
Man, that was high.
Yeah.
Let's go, Miami.
What a quartet of teams that is. 8 pilots in total fighting for the title. Well, we got our first points distributed in Friday's qualifying races here. Rafa and Nadal watching on as they crucially picked up 3 E1 championship points, with Brady coming through for 2 points in second position. Here they are looking to try and defend their title this weekend. Team Blue Rising missed out on points in only 4th place in qualifying race 2. Aoki didn't even feature as they failed to get through from earlier on in the qualifying time trials. Shelley Jory-Lee and Greg Haynes are with you, and for Rafa, a real psychological advantage perhaps to grab these 3 points.
Oh yes, winning that qualifying race will have given the team a huge boost of confidence, and that Rafa Racebird could definitely win this championship.
The tension is palpable here in Miami as well, with tremendous humidity and 30 degrees Celsius ambient temperature. With those additional points then, Rafa moved to within only 2 of Brady. Can Brady maintain the title? Are we going to get some new title winners? Blue Rising and Aoki still in the mix as well. So, the 4th continent E1 has visited in 2025.
E1 is bringing electric racing to Miami.
Where did he come from?
We're about to take you on a wild ride to the 305.
E1 is in Miami, let's go.
This is a perfect place to have it.
Miami, USA, baby!
This is our home race.
Season finale in Miami.
What a way to end the season.
Oh, foil to foil!
This is going to be epic.
It most certainly is. What an amazing situation we have here. And look who's in the final. To be honest, it's a bit of a dream, isn't it? We have all 4 title contenders pre-weekend still in contention. And who's in the final with them for the first time ever? With Mark Anthony here, it's Team Miami in the final at their home event. Absolutely fantastic situation. Okay, everybody getting ready then in the launch zone. Greg Haynes and Shelley Jury-Lee here in the commentary box, and down in mission control where I'm sure the tension is incredible is Taylor Schneider.
I've made my way down here to mission control, and this environment here is a little bit different than what I experience on the launch zone. It's a bit quieter and the tensions are a lot higher. I'm going to see if I can catch a word with Louis, our team principal here at Team Rafa. What kind of variables are you looking at besides just water conditions out here on the screens?
Many things. The start is very important. Also the boost strategy. The strategy with short lap and long lap will be very important for the results. And yeah, that's a lot of things that can make the race exciting.
And how is the communication to the pilot in the boat?
The communication, well, we have Philippe, our spotter. That's the main point of contact between the team and the pilots. But we are all in contact with them, and in case we need, they know what to do, but we are here for extra instructions.
Thank you, Louis. All right, I'm going to see if I can catch a word with Team Brady. I'm going to see if I can grab Joe here. Joe, you're in the zone, our co-team principal. I saw you guys yesterday. This is an incredible setup. For the viewers back at home, what kind of data are you looking at?
The basic stuff is timing data, but then we also have hundreds of channels coming off the boat, which measure reliability parameters and performance parameters as well. So lots of information to process, and we develop software tools to help us along the way, but it's quite a challenge to keep on top of everything.
You do. Obviously, it's a team effort here to keep on top of everything. What is crucial to get to the pilots of the boat? What information is crucial?
During the race, it's mainly strategy, unless we have some kind of problem in which we have to try and do the strategy and fix the boat at the same time. Mainly strategy and just tips on driving lines and things they can do to just keep the pace high all the way through the race.
And how are your pilots feeling going into this?
They're feeling great, yeah. We've had some solid performances this morning, so full of confidence, and but we know that anything can happen in the finals. The best team will win on the day, but we're not going to let it define our season. We've proved that last year's championship win was no fluke. We've been fighting at the front all year long. So, what will be, but we're doing everything we can to try and win it.
Thanks for speaking to me. I'm going to stay here in mission control and enjoy the tension here.
Yeah, it's a good experience being here.
Thank you.
Tension indeed, yes. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. It is on an absolute knife edge here, with E1 2025 to be decided in the finals coming up here in Miami very shortly indeed. A glorious afternoon, but a tense one. I think it's fair to say that most people in the paddock were not expecting, Shelley, all 4 of the title contenders to get through to the finals, but they've been proven wrong because they are, aren't they? And of all the people to join them, it's Miami with Mark Anthony here in the final for the first time. I mean, could they be a spoiler in this and take some points off some of those title contenders?
Well, you just couldn't write it, Greg. It is the perfect final. We've got the home team, Miami, made it to their first final of the season. Absolutely fantastic for them. And all our other championship contenders, which we've been watching battle throughout the whole season, are now all in it at the top together. It is anyone's race. It can go any way. You have been analysing all day who could win it and what the point strategy is. I mean, I'm baffled by the numbers, but it is just going to be so exciting right now.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's very easy to confuse ourselves if we're not careful. Aoki, though, they really do need to win it and hope that the others retire, because if they don't finish, they won't have points. It's pretty much between Rafa and Brady. Whoever's ahead would win the title. There is the small possible problem of Blue Rising winning. 3 races ago, look at this, Team Brady were 46 points off the championship lead. That's 4 more points than you can score in an entire race weekend, and now top of the standings. And indeed, it's changed almost by the round so far this season. We've been to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Aoki came out of there as the championship leaders. Rafa took the championship lead for the first time at Doha in Qatar. It went back to Aoki and then Rafa again in Croatia and Italy. Brady, who we're now on board with the Welshman, Sam Coleman, took the championship lead as they tried to defend their title of 24 in Monaco, retained it in Lagos in Nigeria last time out, and it sets us up for this 4-way finale here in the United States of America as E1 crosses the pond. It's the inaugural UIM E1 Miami GP, 4th different continent of the season, first time ever in 2 seasons of E1 that we've come across the Atlantic to the United States of America. Now, all 4 title contenders are in the finals. Final one coming up, no points available, but this will decide your lay-in positions for the points deciding final 2 later on this afternoon. Barcelona's Danny Kloss on board Steve Aoki's pink and blue Racebird. They really do need to be winning today and hoping for the greatest of misfortune for their title rivals. Very much the outsiders. One of 2 American pilots in the field, John Peters. They were winners with Virat Kohli's Team Blue Rising in Monte Carlo earlier in the season. They come into this final 11 points off the championship lead. Moving across the water from right to left, right in the middle of the gaggle, in lane 3 are Mark Anthony's Team Miami. They're not in title contention, but they are in the finals for the first time and would love at least a first podium. The current championship leaders are Team Brady. They also happen to be the reigning champions of 2024. Sam Coleman from the United Kingdom will line up in lane 2. In theory, lane 1 is the place to be, the inside line on the run down to the left-hander at turn 1. And it's Spain's Chris Lazaraga for Rafael Nadal's team in the effective pole position.
And here we have our course. We have 6 laps in total. You have to take 1 long lap and 1 short lap in amongst those 6. And when you take those is absolutely crucial to the strategy and the result of the end result of the race. Standard lap is 1.2 kilometers in total.
And a very, very tight short lap as well. We need to watch out for that. Well, here we are, final one. The championship will not be won in this one, but it could be lost if somebody hits trouble. They've got to be very, very careful. We had quite a lot of damage to quite a few of the Racebirds already here in Miami. Mark Anthony watches on here at Biscayne Bay in the searing heat and humidity. What great timing for his Racebird, which we're looking at now from one of the onboard cameras, to be in the final for the first time. We're looking across from Brady in lane 2. 1 minute to go, Shelley, until the start. Now, we have seen people jumping the start. It's all about timing, isn't it? You can't go, though, before that green flag drops in the shadow of these enormous cruise ships here in Miami.
This is calculated risk-taking right now, because if you jump that start, you will get a penalty long lap. And we are just hearing, as we've built the tension, Greg, and the adrenaline will be pumping through those pilots, it's a 3-minute delay as you see them all turn and go and do a run just round the milling area, just so that they can keep those Racebirds going and trying to stay as cool as possible.
And that's all they needed when cockpit temperatures are reaching up to 75 degrees Celsius in some cases. Well, Rafa back into the milling area and the countdown starts all over again. Another 3 minutes then until we get underway. Rafa, who've had an absolutely stellar season with 2 pole positions now. That's the points in qualifying. 1 win so far, that was back at Doha, and 1 fastest lap as well. The fastest lap of the day today does give you a bonus point. We'll keep a very close eye on that. Will Smith on the left, Mark Anthony on the right. Will Smith's Westbrook Racing have been extremely unfortunate with technical problems. And here comes Rafa as well, 22 times a tennis Grand Slam champion. Rafa Nadal, the king of clay. Yes, 22 times, guys. I know you can hear us down there. And there is, wow, look at the tension. Look at the tension for Aoki, because Danny Close is going to be out there on the water. Masha El Alabaidan from Saudi Arabia can barely watch. They had such a good start to the season, Shelley, with 2 wins in the first 3 rounds. Alabaidan will be in final 2 because they always alternate, don't they? It's 1 female and 1 male pilot in each of the teams. Well, I've never, ever, ever known tension like this in 2 seasons of E1 so far.
It is literally edge of your seat excitement. As I said earlier, you couldn't actually have written the script for this afternoon. This is going to go down to the absolute wire, and every single race is going to decide something for somebody. We are going to see tears of joy, we are going to see tears of sadness this afternoon.
On board there now with Team Blue Rising, run by Virat Kohli, the cricket superstar. This is John Peters. We're on board with the ever-popular American pilot, the oldest rider in the field, actually, at 43 years of age, one of just 2 Americans, the only male American in the field. He makes the most incredible starts, doesn't he? Back at Monaco earlier on in the season, in one of the earlier races, he came from the very back of the field after an initial problem to the lead of the race before the first lap was even out. 6 laps ahead of us. JP himself now holding back. They do have boost available. What's going on with Aoki Racing? We've got another delay. That's what's going on. I was worried for a second there, Shelley, that it was a technical problem for the Racebird of Aoki Racing. All of these boats put together by Seabird Technologies. They were developed a couple of years ago, and they've gone through a fantastic development process. But now we have another delay here. We'll let you know if we hear why that is. But they now just go back into the milling area. And again, they have to build themselves up for the start.
Well, I don't know about you, but my heart and my adrenaline is going up and down like a yo-yo here.
Look who's turned up as well now, Evander Holyfield. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome to E1 for the real deal, as he is known. Competed as a professional boxer between 1984 and 2011. The undisputed champion, supporting Team Miami. Evander, welcome along. It's great to have you with us. Alejandro Agag there on the left-hand side. Great to have him here. Well, what a turnout we've had in the Ocean Club, Shelley, this weekend.
Well, I think there's actually more competition in the Ocean Club between the celebs of which of their teams is going to win. I mean, we've seen some brilliant reactions from them, and I think it's more about them than the actual teams on the water.
So who's going to deliver the knockout blow on the water? That is the question. There's Norwegian Encore in the background. Norwegian Jewel just behind. These cruise ships are absolutely spectacular. And jokes aside, actually, they have been causing a few issues, haven't they, towards the end of the day sometimes when they get their engines warmed up. We have to be off the water by a certain time. And some of the undercurrents have been causing quite a few issues, haven't they, for the Racebirds?
Well, we can actually see now that it does get slightly choppier and rougher out here in the afternoon, and then the cruise ships seem to upset that a little bit as well.
Taylor, we'll quickly head down to you with Katie Munnings, I believe.
Katie, all the drivers are down here and the tension is high. Can you describe what's going on right now? How are the vibes?
Yeah, it's pretty intense. We're literally just about to start the final for the boats that are in there. I think they're lining up now. There was some delays. I don't know if one of the boats had a problem and couldn't start, but I think, yeah, they look like they're getting in position now, so I would expect it within a minute. Yeah, 30 seconds we're hearing from Michelle.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Taylor. That's with Team Alula, championed by LeBron James, the NBA's most successful scorer. And incidentally, many of the pilots were actually at the basketball here in Miami, and I believe had a very good time last night. Here we go for final 1 to determine your starting position in the lanes for final 2. Clock ticking down. Now we'll see a green flag drop from the start marshal. Away we go. Final 1 begins in Miami.
Great start by there from Brady. He was on the boost, coming right through there. We've got Rafa on the inside, but how is this first corner going to go? Are we going to have contact? No. It looks pretty clean at the moment, but they're all getting slightly out of balance there when they're just pushing a little bit too hard.
Side by side between Brady and Aoki, but John Peters and Team Blue Rising, they've made another one of their sublime starts down the start chute on the opening lap. Rafa have not had a great start. Chris Lazaraga at the back of the field, we're on board with her now. She's keeping as calm as she can. They do need to take one long and one short lap in this race.
Oh, she is in messy water there. She needs to get out into some clean water there because that won't be good for Chris. They literally went from first to last in this race. And I just think she just got caught up in all of the mess and the commotion. As we know, these race birds like to fly across the water on the smooth water. They don't like to be upset, but if you push them too hard, they will drop down off the foils, and it's like putting the brakes on.
Lap 2 of 6, Blue Rising lead. Brady are second, Aoki third, Miami fourth, Rafa fifth. Now, are we going to see short or long laps? Yes, we are. Team Blue Rising want a nice handy lead and clear water. They do the short lap. Brady look as though they're doing the long lap. Oh, and look at that. That's Miami and Aoki getting extremely close to one another as Danny Kloss goes around for the long lap. Short lap for Rafa. So Chris Lazaraga, who ended the opening lap in 5th position, has gone through on the short lap. What great tactics for her to get into clear water and up to 2nd place.
Yeah, that's beautiful strategy from Mission Control for Team Rafa. Well played, guys, well played.
So John Peters' advantage, as you can see at the top of the screen, is just over 10 seconds. Wonderful start for him. Now we're on board with Brady, looking to defend their title here today. And having a look at Miami. Oh, dodging one way from left to right. Aoki in the background at the moment, but Danny Kloss has already done the long lap, of course.
Right, Miami is trying to keep Brady out of the clean water here. He's changing lanes, he's pushing him in. We call it shutting the door, where you're literally trying to push them out. But if Brady gets alongside Miami, then he has to give way to him.
Blue Rising, interesting tactics, have done the long lap up at the front of the race. Rafa have not done the long lap. There's Miami and Brady absolutely locked together. Miami ahead, but look at the merge points. Rafa are now in front of Blue Rising. They still have, though, one long lap to do. Miami are coming through the short lap now. So look at that, that's going to get close with Team Blue Rising. They are nearly making contact. They cannot afford damage to the Blue Rising racebird. Miami are not title contenders. Blue Rising certainly are.
That was a great move by Team Blue Rising. Not sure I would have done my long lap then, but he came in and he did a great maneuver around Miami there and got in front of them.
Dare I say it, this is looking very good for Virat Kohli's Team Blue Rising because they've done their short and long laps. The leaders, Rafa, still need to do their long lap. Here they come, Chris Lazaraga from Spain.
Blue Rising has got some excellent speed here. John Peters is absolutely flying that racebird. He's only 4 seconds behind Chris, and that isn't long enough to do a long lap for Chris. So watch Blue Rising.
Also flying here is the highly propelled Welshman, Sam Coleman, who's in 4th place. The predictor reckons he'll be 2nd by the end of the 6 laps because he still needs to take a short lap. Those ahead have already done their short lap, so it's looking good for Coleman to jump up into P2 potentially. Here come Miami. They've been running with a spare boat for most of the weekend. They go long now, so Brady will move in front. Their next target is Rafa, because Rafa still have a long lap to go, so this is critical now. How close is it going to be when Rafa rejoins over the next couple of laps from their long lap? TBR will be in front. I think the question is, Shelley, how close will Rafa be to Brady when Rafa rejoins from the long lap zone?
Right, TBR cannot make a mistake. He is 8 seconds behind Rafa at the moment. He's got to close that gap so that he can get in front of Rafa when they join on the merge, as you say, which is the all-exciting point. So now it's all about keeping your cool, keeping the racebird flying. Don't push too hard because it will fall off the foils. Just keep your calm, keep your cool, and bring your boat home, guys.
All electric motors, all at a minimum of 1,300 kilograms, these racebirds. This is not for championship points, we remind you, but this is for your all-important lane position for the final, the big final, when the points are distributed later on this afternoon. Rafa moving to the penultimate lap now, but they still need to do a long lap. Chris Lazaraga is leaving it till the end. Here comes the short lap then for Brady and Sam Coleman. This is the moment of the race in which he's going to move back in front of Team Blue Rising. So the question is now, how close can Coleman here get to Rafa with Lazaraga when she does the long lap?
Well, you can see Rafa in Sam Coleman's sights there. He is only 3 seconds behind. The result predictor says Team Brady are going to win, so watch this space.
Yes, Rafa have lost a lot of time over the last lap and a half, and this is a lovely position now for Sam Coleman. Team Brady will be in contact with their pilot to let him know that Rafa still need to take the long lap. So they're going to lose the lead, aren't they, Rafa? Are they going to be able to get back in front of John Peters and Team Blue Rising? Miami are still fourth. Mark Anthony will be pleased to see his team here in the finals for the first time. No doubt hear from him later with Danny Kloss and Aoki completing your top 5. Now, Kloss and Aoki still have their short lap to take, so we'll have to see if he can do anything about Miami and jump up into 4th place. This is the final lap now.
Here we go, calculated aggression now, guys. Keep your cool, but push as hard as you can. Yes, Brady has done it clean into the lead there, safely home and across the line. But who is going to get it out of Team Blue Rising and Rafa? They are foil to foil here. Look how close they are.
Classic E1 action here in Miami for the first time. This is your fight for second in the first of the 2 finals. We're on board with Team Blue Rising, Virat Kohli squad, Rafa Nadal squad blast ahead on the right-hand side. It's Chris Lazaraga from Spain versus John Peters from the USA. Aoki now further back in the race, taking the short lap, and they're side by side in the background with Miami. So has Danny Kloss managed to get ahead of Eric Stark? We'll find out shortly. But up at the front, it's going to be Brady. They've got it all right again. This is not for championship points, but they do get the best lane position for final 2. Miami are ahead of Aoki. Brady win final 1. Rafa are second. They're going to be absolutely next to each other going into the title decider, and Team Blue Rising 3rd. So first, second and third in the championship will be first, second and third in the starting blocks as we go into the title decider later on this afternoon. Shelley, what a situation. Aoki closing in on Miami in the last knockings of the race, but they're not close enough.
Oh my goodness, every race we go into, we think we're going to have some sort of decision and some sort of championship made, and we don't. It's going to go down to the wire again.
It certainly is, and it's impossible to predict. Let's jump on board then with Team Brady. Sam, something tells me you may be rather pleased about that. Well done.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep calm heads in the boat here while everybody else is having a bit of a battle behind us. The team did a great, I'm trying to park the boat again. Team did a great job of managing the strategy. Yeah, it was nice to do something different, and enjoyed racing everybody in there. So I just want to say hi to my sister Lucy at home as well. Biggest fan of the team, and I know she's at home watching it.
Thank you very much indeed, Sam, and indeed hello then to Lucy back at home. Thanks, Sam, as everybody else gets back into the launch zone. Well, it's only 2 points between the top 2 in the championship, and they will start in that order, lane 1 and lane 2. Brady and Rafa, when 38 crucial championship points will be available. And critically also, Team Brady with Sam Coleman from an earlier race still have the fastest lap of the day as well, and that really could prove to be absolutely paramount, Shelley. That additional point for Coleman, which effectively means they have a 3-point lead at the moment. It won't make too much difference, to be honest, because it's 30 points for the win later, 30 for second, 24 for third. So certainly between Brady and Rafa, whoever's ahead of those two in that final will be ahead in the championship. He is very cool under pressure, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been around the block, our Sam. He's done lots of powerboat racing over the years.
See, there's a gap there, I'm afraid, because Drogba have had issues. They're out for the rest of the day. What misfortune for them. Real sensation here at the 7th and final round of the season for the UIM E1 Miami GP. Brady have just won final 1 to give them the best starting position for the title decider later on this afternoon. Rafa, right with them in the championship, right with them on the water. Blue Rising, third in the championship, and you guessed it, they'll be third on the water. Miami and Aoki completing our top 5. Here's Taylor Schneider.
Down here with Team Rafa. Chris, you and Tom are having a post-race chat, but that was proper head-to-head. You and Brady out there battling it out in that final one. How did it feel?
Good. We are in the final. We are fighting for a world championship. I know that Tom can do an amazing job, so let's keep calm and continue.
Tom, how are you feeling?
I mean, I will lie if I say I don't have pressure, for sure. Now it's full of pressure. Until the end, like Brady make a good result, we'll do also. So now let's see the race. We try to make a fair race and to be like more competitive as we can. But yeah, at least it was a really great season, and we are happy to be in the final with the top 4 team to fighting for the position to the championship. So yeah, it's good.
Thank you, Tom.
Well, it felt a little bit to me there as though they were both putting a bit of a brave face on it. Shelley, I don't know what you made of it. Are we looking back now at some of the best moments from that race? I mean, we're looking backwards at this point, but we can tell you it's pretty much the same lack of visibility you have from the cockpit. How can you possibly know where you are?
Yeah, we call that the washing machine effect, where basically you might as well be sat in a washing machine looking out through the glass. Yes, that's what your clothes feel like when they're being washed. You can't see, and it's often only literally 2-3 seconds, but it feels like 30 seconds sometimes that you've just got no visibility. You have to keep your foot to the pedal and drive through it, as they say. Oh, look at this. This is where we nearly had. Did we touch? I don't think we did, actually, but it was close, really close.
Wow, Blue Rising did a phenomenal job there to get around Miami. And look how close this was as well. We're on board with Rafa. There's Blue Rising again. John Peters, the American 43-year-old. We're on board, though, with Rafa. Chris Lazaraga from Spain, 32 years of age. And this is classic foil-to-foil action here in E1. They literally fly along the surface of the water.
John Peters, the American here in America. You were out there fighting for your spot with Team Miami. You got it done, though. You got around.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had some charging issues before we went out for that heat, so we were very limited. We couldn't use the boost except on the first lap, and just that torque with the extra boost that these machines have, I just wasn't able to keep the pace, and that is what it is.
Still positive spirits around here. Again, we are in Miami. This is the finale. What does it mean to be here?
I am at a point where I'm ready for today to be over already. I hoped that we will perform in the heat too. I know Sarah has all the ability to do that. So that's what I'm looking forward to, the final 2, and then be able to pop some champagne tonight and do some fun.
All right, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you, Taylor. The man there who was the team principal in 2024. So the place race up next. Some of the pilots harshly calling this one the loser's race, which is a bit harsh, I think. It's 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. But what a season it's been so far in 2025, all around the world.
Friendships were renewed and rivalries redrawn as E1 sailed into Jeddah in January. Reigning champions Team Brady may have been in everyone's sights, but it was Aoki Racing Team who caught everyone's eye with their pink and blue glow-up and "Beware the Dragon" battle cry. Of course, if you're going to glow up, you'd better show up. Challenge accepted. Michelle Lobadan and her new teammate Danny Close put in their best performances ever. Oh, how the Dragon roared as they claimed their first victory.
I'd say that's the best win of my career so far, winning here in Saudi. I love it.
I missed it, I missed it.
Like all good fairy tales, where there's a dragon, there's a maiden. In this case, a maiden podium for Team Blue Rising's debutante, Sarah Mazir.
It's been nothing but amazing,
Perennial podium sitters, Team Rafa, fought hard for second in Jeddah. It was good, but not good enough. Their first championship win continuing to elude them. Until Doha, where their fortunes changed in spectacular fashion. With fire in her belly, Chris Lazaraga was unstoppable in her races. Tom Schaap playing a great defense. Rafa Nadal's team go top, Aoki second, and another debutante on the podium in third, this time Team Drogba's Michael Wilkinson. The Dragon's breath was smoldering as E1 arrived in the walled city of Dubrovnik. Aoki Racing secured their second win of the season, reclaiming the championship lead from Rafa. But what of Tom Brady's reigning champions, Emma Kemiläinen and Sam Coleman? They've been quiet. Oh, so quiet. Until now. Here they emerged from the shadows of the fortress to finish second. One step ahead of 2025 rookies LeBron James, Team Alula in their first and only podium. With battle lines drawn on the calm waters of Lago Maggiore, Rafa Nadal's team reclaimed the championship lead again as Aoki missed the finals. Stealth-like, Team Brady broke cover. Their first victory of the season, consolidating their top 3 position.
We've still got some work to do to catch Rafa and Aoki as well, obviously, but we're chipping away and it's coming, so we're happy.
Anything but quiet, Virat Kohli's Team Blue Rising returned to the podium and went 2 better in Monaco, their first win.
They said we were the underdog team, and never in our mind were we ever the underdog team.
It's here that good fortunes and bad combined to change the course of the 2025 E1 Series.
It's been an awful weekend.
Defending champions Team Brady go top, just 1 point clear of heartbroken Rafa. With all eyes on the title contenders, Team Brazil shocked everyone with their maiden win in Nigeria. And what of Steve Aoki's Dragon? Its fire may be dim, but not extinguished. 4th after the inaugural African round in Lagos, behind Brady, Rafa, and Blue Rising. So here we are in Miami. Who will have their fairy tale ending?
It's been wonderful, hasn't it? 7 podium sitters and 5 winners in 6 races. And a special hello to Greg Creamer, whose voice we heard there on the video. So Timmy Hansen and Brazil, not best pleased at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the, what do you call it, the place race, the loser's race. Yeah, you know, it's already the race over, you feel like, but you always want to end on a high. And, you know, I want to go out there and I want to make a good race. And we have a fast boat. The team's done great. The boat's feeling good. So, yeah, from pole position, I should have a good chance to win that and at least get some positive feelings for the end of the day. But we want to be in the final. You know, that's where you want to be.
Indeed, you certainly do, but they are not. They didn't get through to the final after the earlier event, so they're going to be going through what's now known as the place race, which is 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th in the overall event. 12, 9, 7 and 5 points, although it won't even be that, I'm afraid, because as you can see for yourself, we only have 3 race birds here and not 4, and that is because Drogba had an overspeed earlier on and an inverter issue. So Oban Duncan and Drogba will not be starting. So we've gone from 4 to 3 starters for this place race. Sarah Price, Westbrook Racing, Will Smith's team, with Will watching on here in the Ocean Club. They were very annoyed not to get through to the final. They put in a protest. They felt they should have been, but they are not. So they're going through the place race. They've missed the podium this season. Back in action is Katie Munning. She was on Extreme H duty last time out when we were in Nigeria. So let's see what she can do with Team Alula. They were our new team for the E1 Series in this 2025 season. And with Drogba unable to take the start, it's lane 1 for Brazil and Timmy Hansen. Can he at least have some positivity and score an additional 12 points? What they may well do, of course, is move ahead of Drogba in the fight for 6th place in the championship. Here then is the course, Shelley, as we get ready for this place race. It's a 1.2 kilometre layout. 200 metres shorter is the short lap, 200 metres longer is the long lap. And Westbrook, let's hope they don't jump the start again. They've already had a penalty early. Oh no, the yellow flag was still up, I'm sure. It's another jump start for Westbrook.
Definitely a jump start for Westbrook, but are they in a situation where they actually don't care anymore because they put in a protest earlier, they aren't that happy, they've just thought, we'll do a penalty lap. Yeah. Maybe it's a strategy for them.
Yeah, you may well be right. Will Smith watching on there, bottom right of your screen. Brazil then with Timmy Hansen are in second place. And then it's Katie Munnings with Alula. So surely now it's going to have to be 2 long laps, isn't it? And 1 short for Westbrook Racing. One of the best looking boats in E1. Of that there is no doubt. They've been very consistent this season. Still 5th in the championship coming into Miami, despite not having yet had a podium. And they clearly won't have a podium now, as they've not got through to the finals here. But 3 4th places so far. Up to turn 2, Westbrook leads, Brazil second, and Alula are in 3rd position. There's Lucas Ordóñez watching on. The Spanish racing driver gets on so well with Sarah Price, his teammate. Let's see now what Hansen can do here about Westbrook. And remember, Katie Munnings in an earlier race today had a real charge straight through the field up to 2nd place from the back of the field.
As we predicted, if you're in the lead, Westbrook are going to take their short lap. Yes, there they go now on their short lap, which is what we've seen all of the leaders do in the race. And Brazil are following them in the short lap, which is odd because they're staying in the dirty water. But what do I know?
And Alula, by the looks of things, are going around the standard race lap. Surprise, surprise, we do have an investigation underway for Westbrook Racing, and we know why that will be. They went past the start boat when the yellow flag was still up. The start marshal, Jim Jackson, hadn't yet lowered the green flag to signal the start. Now, they do have a countdown on the dash in front of the pilot. There's 2 screens in front of them. One of them is boat information, one of them is overall race information. So there was either a miscommunication there, unless, as you say, it was just a tactic and they decided to just go for it and see if they can get the track position. Long lap penalty then has now been confirmed.
Yeah, we predicted that, didn't we? We could see it clear, but you know what? I'm not going to say it's not been put in a strategy before. Just get the clean water, jump the start. We've got enough speed to do the long lap. I've seen it before, and maybe that was their plan. Brazil are off on their long lap, which is good. Let's get that done and out of the way for them.
Well, if it does stay like this, Westbrook will confirm their top 5 placing in the championship. Brazil would move up ahead of Drogba for 6th position in the standings. Now, where are Team Alula? They're around here somewhere. No, Katie Munnings is still coming down the start finish. There is your answer, and that's why we didn't see them on the left-hand side from the onboard camera. They are doing the long lap as well. So this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Because Westbrook still have 2 more long laps to take, 1 penalty, 1 standard, and their lead is 25 seconds. Brazil could still win this place race, couldn't they?
Well, yes, but I'm going to stick by my strategy that they jump the start knowing they've got such good speed in that Westbrook boat that 25 seconds they can easily do an extra long lap, can't they? And still be in the front. So I think that could be quite a clever strategy.
2 laps down, 4 to go. Green markers signify the long laps. The blue ones signify the short laps as we ride now then with Sarah Price. All of that information coming through, so many things they operate, from the buttons on the front of the steering wheel, the paddles on the back, the throttle is operated with your right foot just as it is in a car.
What was interesting then is when you saw Sarah's gauge there, she wasn't playing with the trim at all, and look how beautifully she has that flying. She has got that set up beautifully. She's obviously running at top speed, it's not losing shape, she's not falling off the foils, so why mess with it? Absolutely great driving by Sarah Price there in Westbrook.
So the lead is 15 seconds, so they lost about 10, didn't they, when they were doing that long lap. So like you say, Shell, it should be absolutely fine now to maintain the lead over Brazil as Westbrook come through potentially now, just 2 laps away from their top 5 in the championship. To be honest, isn't it incredible? They're not going to have had a podium from the season, but they still will be top 5 in the championship in a field of 9 teams. It shows them their consistency, but also how unlucky they've been with technical problems and issues.
Yeah, I would. Do you know what? I would actually, I'd watch that team next year, because I think Westbrook are secretly going to come in next year with a lot of power, a lot of experience now. As you've said, all season, points make prizes. They have just been consistently just below the podium, but got enough points to finish middle of the field.
Yes, and Phil Allen and Guy Barron down there in the middle of your picture, and his son Robin is here this weekend as well. You saw the predictor graphic just a moment ago, and it reckoned that they lose about 18 seconds to do the long lap. The current leading advantage is 20.7 seconds, as you can see at the top of the screen. That's why Sarah is pushing on so hard. They do have boost available from the electric motor, change for this season, but you can use it sporadically through the lap. If you're on the boost for 3 seconds, it takes about double that to then recharge, so double the amount of time you've used on the boost it takes to recharge. Into the last lap we go now.
So she's going to be doing her second long lap now, and she's got a 21-second lead now. I think she's got it.
It's going to be close though. There's the virtual tracker. You can see who's on the boost. Brazil are on the boost. That green bar decreasing underneath their team logo. There we go then. 6th and final lap. Westbrook on the long lap. Brazil will go around the outside of the red smart marks, the red boys there on the standard lap. Look to the left-hand side of your screen. We're going to see a yellow and green flash in a moment. Brazil with Timmy Hansen will be in here somewhere. I think you're right though, Shelley. I think Westbrook have got the advantage. Yes, they have. They're clearly ahead.
Yeah, there was good strategy there by Westbrook. I like that. I like that strategy. But it will be interesting to see if next year our UIM officials decide that even if you jump start, you get an even bigger penalty, because they won't want everybody going along those lines.
Yes.
Otherwise, we could have chaos out there.
Well, it is going to confirm their 5th place in the championship. At least some positivity then for Will Smith's Westbrook Racing. Sarah Price comes through turn 2 for the last time in an E1 race for Westbrook in 2025. Over the line they go, and Westbrook Racing are 5th in the championship as they win the place race. Lucas Ordonez is pleased. Mark Anthony congratulates Will Smith. And well done indeed, Sarah. It's been a difficult season, but that was a strong end to it. Brazil are 2nd, and Alula will be 3rd.
I have to say, Sarah drove that Racebird beautifully. She didn't quiver. It just flew on the foils all the way around. She never dropped down into the water. She had it set up fantastic, and great strategy by her team in Mission Control.
Stay with us, because the big final is just a few minutes away to decide the outcome of the championship. There's Katie Munnings from London and over the line now. Little bit of boost save there for that run out of the last corner. So Westbrook 5th in the championship, but we'll be back shortly with the big title deciding finale of E1 25. It really has been a season of many, many ups and many, many downs. The machinery has clearly taken a pounding. Monaco in particular, where we had some very, very difficult weather conditions. Not quite as bad as Puerto Banús 2024, Shelley, that's for sure. But certainly Westbrook have had more than their fair share of technical problems. A battery went last time out in Nigeria. They had a wiring loom issue at earlier events as well. But at least they can smile and go home with some smiles on their faces. There's Will. He's pleased enough, isn't he? And he's been a great, great ambassador. His social media updates have been very amusing, I have to say, over this weekend so far. And I'm sure Will be interested to know what Sarah's got to say about this. We jump on board now. Sarah Price, well done. That's 5th in the championship. That's a positive end, isn't it, to a difficult season?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I really don't feel like our team deserved to be in this race. I was pretty disappointed in the call to be in this race. The team definitely didn't deserve it. And I want to tell every kid out there who saw that last race and saw how we ended up in this race that never give up. Even though it didn't work out in our favor, it's not something I want to show. So never give up, always give your best, and always do the right thing. Because sometimes you still win the little wins.
Lovely words, Sarah. Thank you very much indeed, and well done again. That really was lovely, wasn't it?
I could tell they weren't happy, and but Sarah did very well to go out there. She's a little bit bitter about it all, bitter about the protest wasn't held. I can understand that, but she kept her cool and she did a good, clean race.
Yeah, they felt they should have been put through into the final. They tried to protest that earlier on after an earlier incident, but they didn't get the verdict, but at least they've got the victory in this one. Well, things very much hotting up here at the inaugural UIM E1 Miami GP. We've just seen the place race. The teams that did not get through to the final. Drogba were unable to start, unfortunately, with a gearbox engine-related, or motor-related issue, I should say, earlier on. Westbrook have won it to grab 5th in the championship. Brazil second from Alula. But the big final now, just a few minutes away. Brady and Rafa, your top 2 in the championship. I wonder what Rafa himself is feeling heading into this one. We'll find out from all of them later on. Taylor is down there with the latest. And there is the launch zone with all of the race birds lined up. Brady are the reigning champions and the current championship leaders.
Sam Coleman, you guys are doing what is needed. You are on pole position right now heading into this final race. This is everything. What do you have?
I'm so happy that we've got to this position. You know, the weekend's going well. We had some boat problems which we're working through, and I'm just so happy to put Emma on pole for the final race to put us in with a shout. You know, 1 point, 3 points. It didn't matter what we had coming into today. We knew that we had to be competitive and win, and we're going to try and do that.
You've done that. You've kept your heads down. I feel like I haven't spoken to you all day. Do you think that the target is on your back from these other competitors?
Yeah, I've been hiding from you all day. No, the target is always on our back from a championship point of view, but the target's on Rafa's back today. You know, they were the fastest boat in qualifying. They've sorted them. They're fast every time, you know, and we're out here to just go head-to-head, and it's great to be going down to the final race of the day, and I have a lot of faith in Emma to execute our strategy, and let's see where we play out.
What would it mean to win here at the inaugural E1 Miami GP?
You know, it means a lot. We've been lucky enough to win at the inaugural race in Jeddah, the inaugural Championship of the Water last year, and I think we'd have a pretty big celebration if we get it signed off today as well. So, yeah, all the best to Emma.
I think you'd have a great celebration as well. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Sam. There was also a big event here last night for Miami and for Brady, I should say, rather, with Tom Brady himself hosting several hundred people here. And it was really nice to see. And the selection of team owners we've had coming to Miami this weekend has been wonderful. Here's the championship situation then. 154 plays 152. It was 3. It went down to 2 after the qualifying races. Back up to 3 again, because fastest lap of the weekend so far is with Team Brady. Now, can Tom Schaap and Chris Lazaraga finish ahead of them to try and grab the title from last year's champions? I'm sure Rafa Nadal would be rather pleased if that were to happen.
It's an experience for us in a different world. At the end, all of us, we are competitive in our past professional careers, and now we are enjoying this new chapter, learning more and more about the competition, about the boat, about how the things are developing. In a personal way, I think I take it like a positive experience, and at the same time be around a positive atmosphere. Of course, we are very competitive. We wanted to win, but in a good way. I mean, in a healthy way. And we are here just to support our team, that they are working with no stop during the whole season, and to show them the respect, the support, and to live the experience and enjoy. You know, we are here in Miami in a fantastic place, so just have fun and let's see.
Have fun, absolutely. And what has been your favorite moment of the season so far?
There have been plenty of emotional moments. The relationship, the team spirit have been increasing since the beginning. The first year, last year, you need to know each other, you need to trust each other. But this year, I think everything was more equal for everyone. To see them working as a real team together, in everyone working in the same direction for the benefit of the others, that's the best experience. And that's what I see when I see my team.
Well, Rafa's had some very big sporting challenges over the years, I think it's fair to say, up against the likes of Federer and Djokovic. 22 times a tennis Grand Slam winner, 14 of them, of course, on the world-famous clay of Roland Garros in Paris. Well, it's been a heck of a season so far in 25, with just one final now to go.
2025 started in spectacular fashion with a stunning home victory for Aoki Racing Team. While on the iconic Pearl Island, Team Rafa claimed their first unforgettable win. History and adrenaline collided in the heart of the Adriatic, creating a chapter of pure E1 glory for Michelle Alabadan and Danny Close. And defending champions Team Brady claimed their first victory of 2025 in Lago Maggiore. Team Blue Rising took the glory in Monaco, their first time on the top step of the podium. And Team Brazil took everyone by surprise with their maiden victory in Lagos. Next up, an electrifying finish to the season here in Miami, where the 2025 champions of the water will be crowned.
Thanks, Tato. Well, this is quite literally unprecedented. Brady leading, Rafa second. Any one of these four teams could still win this championship. Team Blue Rising then next up are on 145 points. John Peters, we've just seen out there. And it'll be his Jamaican female teammate, Sarah Mizier, out there for final two. They'll be starting in the middle of the gaggle in lane 3, which is always a tricky place to be. We nearly had some contact, didn't we, earlier on? In fact, we did have a big contact in one of the earlier races today with Alula and with Brady. The fourth and final title contenders are Aoki Racing. Michelle Alabadan will be on the water. Danny Kloss will be watching on the sidelines.
Danny Kloss, we're heading into this big final race. Michelle has been very emotional. Obviously, everything is on the line here. What does this day mean to both of you?
Well, it means a lot. We come to the final. We've been 3 races without coming into a final, and that's why we are like this tight in the championship. If not, we would have like done or been like a lot more in front. But yeah, we come to Miami, my home race. Happy to be here in the final. It's just now the boat is not in the best shape. We saw in my race before that the boat was low. It wasn't like getting up to speed. And but I don't know, maybe something good can happen to us, and we see. I hope that Michelle do the job. She's super good at that, and we will see. So cheer for us.
She is, again, like I said, she was emotional, but is she ready? What is her state of mind right now in the boat to get it done?
She's focused. She's super focused, serious, and you know, like the way she's been all the season, it's like she's very methodical, very like in the zone, and as said, she's super capable of bring the boat home, good points, and hopefully the podium.
It's anyone's game out there, as we know. So best of luck, Aoki.
Let's see.
Well, her ride in the Dragon, you see there on the back of Danny's race suit, and also on the front of the race bird as well. Danny Kloss, 37 years of age, from Barcelona. Spanish racing driver, of course. He's done GP2, very, very competitive there. F1 test driver as well, and now a real star of the E1 series as we come to Miami for the first time. This is Chris Lazaraga with Team Rafa. Always a karter, really wanted to go into car racing from when she was very young indeed, 32 years old now, from Spain, and she will be watching her teammate Tom Schaap in the Rafa boats go out there for the final, coming up shortly here at E1 Miami. For Rafa and Brady, all they need to do is beat one another. Aoki really do need massive misfortune for everybody, quite frankly. They need to win and hope that pretty much everybody else drops out of the race, which is extremely unlikely, but not impossible. Team Blue Rising, if they win with Rafa and Brady third or lower, then Blue Rising would be the champions. It's certainly, I think, fair to say, between those two favourites, Brady and Rafa, with Blue Rising looking to take advantage of any drama. No team has scored more podiums this season than Team Blue Rising. They finished in the top 3 on 4 occasions from the 6 rounds we have had so far. Here is their primarily white race bird, as you can see for yourself. They're third in this championship. They did have that glorious win in Monaco, their first so far. But Shelley, it's been such an open season, as we said earlier. 5 different winners from 6 rounds, 7 different teams of the 9 on the podium. And if Miami gets a podium today, it could end up being, you know, all teams bar 1 on the podium. It's been so open this year.
That's what I just love about the E1 series. Nothing has been predictable right from day one. The The race birds have been absolutely fantastic. We've raced globally all over the world, and we really haven't had that many race birds not compete in a race. We've had a couple today because it's literally the end of the season, but all through the season, we've had all the teams out there, and if their boat wasn't ready, we had the spare one to come in, which just makes great racing, great spectator racing for everybody.
Emma Kimalainen, it must be so difficult to just keep the focus with some cool air being pumped into the cockpit here, where they tell us the temperature can get up to, would you believe, almost 75 degrees Celsius. Mighty, mighty uncomfortable. Okay, take a deep breath, because the title decider is just minutes away here, 9 minutes away to be precise, at the UIM Miami GP. All 4 title contenders in the mix, and guess who joins them in the final? Mark Anthony's team. Where better a place to do it?
Miami's just built for events like this. The team, we had a long conversation yesterday, and for us to be able to put this fight together, right? We put up a fight in the moment of truth in our city when we've had a pretty rough season. But everybody's been dealing with those issues, and it's absolutely exhilarating. This is what racing is about. Anything could happen, as you guys see, right? You know, Westbrook didn't start, and all kinds of penalties and all kinds of stuff going on, and for us to just keep our composure and push through. The team is ecstatic. It's great for morale. I'm ecstatic. Miami's ecstatic. So, good stuff.
The ever-popular New Yorker, having just had his 57th birthday a few weeks ago, incidentally, back in September. Mark Anthony, can they get in on the act for a first ever podium? It's been unpredictable. It's been totally incredible. It's been the E1 Series of 2025.
This year, the competition will be way higher.
If I do something, it's only for the win.
The ambition is always the same, fight for the first positions.
The sky's the limit. Let's win this whole thing.
Love them all, but they could all kiss my ass.
The champs are here, and we're here to win again.
Let's go, vamos, baby, vamos.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant pace.
My heart rate's going up.
Bum, 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 bum.
She's just piloted this one to perfection.
Best win of my career so far.
It's game, set, and match for Christina Lassaraga.
I'm cool with Rafa. We wouldn't have been able to handle it if Brady won.
The reigning champions, they've done it. Tom Brady will be overjoyed.
We've got a lot to be proud of.
Now here comes Michael Wilkinson.
Your line.
What a move from the Kiwi.
That wasn't real.
Oh, big contact. Huge incident there.
Oh!
What is happening?
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
What else can happen today?
We are going foil to foil.
No!
Danny's just an awful driver.
We all want to be champions of the water.
Steve Aoki's team have turned up the volume.
What we're going to do this week? I think we're just going to win.
Spectacular performance by Sarah Mizet.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Team Blue Rising are winners for the first time.
Yeah, John.
We're going to give it our best to win this next race.
Team Brazil, our 5th winner in 6 races.
Right up to the end, it all matters.
Woo!
Okay, I think it's fair to say it sets it up very nicely indeed. Shelley Drury-Lee with just over 5 minutes to go. Well, I wouldn't want to put money on this, would you?
Wow, what a season we have had. And here it comes down to the absolute wire.
Oh, tension with a capital T. In some ways, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? Our 4 pre-weekend title contenders have all made the final. Miami are in the final for the first time at their home event with Mark Anthony watching on, desperate for their first podium. Who could they even take advantage of any drama ahead of them and even win this event? Stranger things have happened. 5 of them lining up, ready to go. 6 laps ahead of us. 4 of those laps will be standard laps. 1 will be the short version and 1 will be the long. Here we go then, the 4th different continent for E1 in 2025. We're across the Atlantic to the United States for the first time, and this is it. Lane 1, Brady, championship leaders, have an advantage of 3 points ahead of Rafa, Blue Rising, Miami, and Aoki. Will complete your top 5 on the run down to turn 1. Aoki with Mashael Al-Awaidan from Saudi Arabia, very much the outsiders. They really could do with winning this and hoping that their championship rivals fail to finish. Very difficult, but not impossible. They're in lane 5. From Uruguay, it's Patricia Peter in lane 4 for Miami. They are not contending for this championship, but they are certainly contending for a first ever E1 podium finish this season. Maybe even the win. TBR, Team Blue Rising, and Jamaica's Sarah Mizir, they put out a very, very hilarious press release earlier on in the proceedings to apologise for everybody else for having been so good. Fighting talk from TBR in 2025. So TBR, 3rd in the championship. Rafa are 2nd in the championship. They're in exactly the same order for their lanes as well as we get going. If Rafa wins and they beat Brady, they would be the champions. Tom Schaap, the only male pilot in this final. And it's a 3-point lead for Team Brady. Sam Coleman watching on. This is Finland's Emma Kimalainen. Such a professional outfit. They've led for the last 2 rounds. They won the championship in season 1, 2024. Their main target is beat Rafa and win this title to maintain a 100% success rate for E1 championship finishes. It may sound simple on paper, but what's actually going to happen out there on the water with 2 minutes and 27 seconds to go until the yellow flag becomes a green? We will be away. Unbelievable tension here now in Miami. Here we go then, we're all set for the big final to decide the outcome of the 2025 UIM E1 Series presented by PIF. Shelley, Jury Lee and Greg Haynes are with you, and here is our course.
Yeah, it's a fast and furious course with 2 long straight runs where you can get into the top speed. 1.2 kilometers in total. Don't forget, you've got the long lap and the short lap, and it's all about the strategy of when you take that. It could make or break your race.
1 minute and 40 seconds until we begin. 6 laps ahead of us. So if you're in the lead, would you be wanting to take that short lap at the earliest possible point, Shelley, i.e. lap 2? I guess that's what you'd be wanting to doing, isn't it? Take your short lap as soon as you can if you've already got that lead.
100%. We've seen this all season. If you've got that lead, get the short lap and get an even bigger lead away from the fleet. If you're in the messy water, take your long lap. Get out of the messy water, get some clean water, and keep those foils flying across the top.
Chris Lazaraga watching on. You can sense the tension, can't you? Tom Schaap, her French teammate, is in lane 2 with Rafa's orange Racebird.
Do you know what I love is the camaraderie. All of the pilots that aren't racing in this final are all there supporting each other. They're not all in their sort of own pits, like being quiet and watching. They're all there supporting each other, and I think it doesn't matter who wins at the end of today, it's just going to be a huge celebration.
Guess what? The tension ramps up again because we've got a slight delay to the start, so you can see the clock has updated as Rafa watches on. We've got another 3 minutes to wait for this.
Don't do this to me.
It's horrible, isn't it? Imagine what it's like for the pilots. And I don't know whether it's worse for the pilots watching on from dry land, or those who are actually on board. At least they can focus on something.
Do you know what? I've raced for many years, but I've also been on dry land as a team manager for many years, and I'm telling you, it's much worse for the people on the land, because in the boat, you're focused, you're calm, you're thinking through your procedures, you're thinking through your start run, and on the land, you're just like, come on, I've just got to get this over and done with.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do, is there? Of course, they are in pit radio communications. Well, some of them tense, some of them perhaps a little bit more relaxed. I wonder how Taylor Schneider and Rusty Wyatt are feeling right now.
Well, this is a big race, but I think we're feeling a little too relaxed. I feel like we need some popcorn down here.
Yeah, really unfortunate Team Alula's not out there to get a top 5. We had a tough day for sure. We had many problems over the weekend, but I thought we had it sorted out today and had a little bit of a first turn collision there that I think sent us backwards. So unfortunate for Team Alula, but we're really looking forward for 2026.
Who are you backing in this final race?
Say that one more time, sorry?
Who are you backing in this final race? Who do you got?
I'm going for Rafa. I want to see Rafa get it. Brady got it last year. I think we need a little bit of a switch up. They got quite the battle going on all day long, all weekend long, really, and we'll see. We'll see what happens here, but this is going to be very exciting.
It sure is. We've got the best seats, I think.
Yeah, I got a very nice seat here. I actually come back and just relax for a quick second and just in time for the final here.
All right, well, we'll be here. Can't wait to get to some racing.
Yeah, you just enjoy yourselves down there. Taylor, I don't know whether you've got any sun cream left for Rusty. I think he's caught the sun. It's not cold out there, Shelley. It's very, very humid, isn't it?
Both of those two people are way too laid back.
Well, they might not be so laid back on board these E1 Racebirds now. Just over 1 minute to go as we look across from Brady, the reigning champions. Here's our closest challengers, Rafa. 3 points between them. Then it's Blue Rising with the blue foils. The pink boat is our other title contender in the background there, Aoki Racing. Miami in lane 4 are not title contenders, but of course they want a podium. Now, this is it. Miami are holding back. Are they just keeping out of the title fight? I'm sure they'll be getting involved in a minute when they get the boost on, as they crawl their way down very slowly towards the starting area. Nobody wants to go too soon, because if you jump the start, if you pass the flag before the clock hits 0, you'd be given a long lap penalty, and we've had a few already here.
Rafa's looking nervous.
And it's not often that Rafa Nadal looks that nervous. Here we go, 20 seconds. Who's going to go first? Who dares to go first? And it's so easy for others to follow and jump the start as well. 10 seconds to go. This is it to decide the Season 2 champions in the E1 series. The clock counts down, the green flag will drop, and we are away in the title decider of 2025 here in Miami. Brady leads with Emma Kymäläinen, Rafa second with Tom Schaap, and who's going to get the advantage down into turn 1? Blue Rising are looking to come through for third, but they're currently in 4th place.
That was a clean start by all, but now who is going to take the calculated risks of when to take that short and long lap? We've got Brady in the lead, and we know that's all about getting that clean water. So have they got it already, just pulling away from everybody? Can Rafa take it back?
Patricia, Peter and Miami definitely didn't want to get involved with the title contenders there, did they, in 5th place? But this is Aoki closest to us. Blue Rising, who we're now on board with. Aoki have got to get up to the front of the field and hope for misfortune for everybody else. Both of these two Racebirds really do need to win this race. And Aoki have been given a penalty for not staying in their lane at the start, so any outside chances they still had of winning this title surely are gone now, and they're almost making contact with Miami.
That is foil to foil racing there. Aoki there, you can see Danny Kloss is furious that they have been given a penalty lap, but they didn't keep their lane, and that's the rules.
Great misfortune then for Steve Aoki's team. We're on board now then with Mashael Alawadan. In the meantime, at the front, Emma Kymäläinen for Brady has taken the short lap. There she is on the back straight on the left-hand side of your screen. Rafa, totally different tactics then with Tom Schaap. They're doing the long lap.
That could be a really good tactic there for Tom Schaap, because they've done the opposite to Brady. So they can't follow Brady. They can't just do something normal. They've got to do something radical, and they have done it. Now let's see how that pays out.
Second, third, fourth and fifth, all doing the long lap. I don't think I've ever seen 4 race birds doing the long lap on a single lap before, and that's good news, of course, for Rafa, because it doesn't put anybody else in front of them. Had anyone else done the short lap, they would have lost some ground there. Brady are champions if it stays like this, but those are the crucial words, of course. If it stays like this, it would be an 11-point advantage as Brady look to try and defend the title they won in 2024. Okay, we move into lap 3 now. Emma Kymäläinen looking as calm as ever.
Yeah, she looks like she's totally in control there, and she has got this. She's got this done. But let's see if the Rafa doing the long lap at that stage could change the championship again.
And I can tell you now that I know for a fact that Brady had some problems with the trim yesterday, so let's hope that doesn't come back to affect them in this race. Rafa now are doing the short lap with Tom Schaap. There's the orange boat. Rafa Nadal's race bird has now done its long lap. It's also done its short lap. Chris Lazaraga watching on, knowing her teammate has done the short lap. So the situation now is that the leaders, Brady, have 1 long lap still to do. There they are. And the boat in second place have done their long and short laps. Miami have done the short, so they jump for now in front of Team Blue Rising. But the focus now really is on Brady and Rafa. Whoever wins this race wins this championship.
And don't forget, it is survival of the fittest. The boats, the pilots, everybody has had a hammering. So let's just hope that everything stays together. Now, this is interesting. The result predictor is saying that Team Rafa are going to win.
Wow. I wonder how Rafa feels about that. Brady then now, are they going for the long lap? Yes, they are. This is the crucial moment then for E1 in 2025. What is the gap going to be? The long lap being completed by Emma Kymäläinen and Brady. On board now, she'll see the orange flash of the Team Rafa Racebird on the left-hand side. I think Brady's got this. Yes, Brady have got this, and now we've got a straight fight on the water. They've got their short and long laps out of the way. 2.5 laps left in the season. Who is going to win the Season 2 title to be crowned champions of the water for 25? Is it going to be Brady for the 2nd year in succession, or can Rafa Nadal's outfit do anything to stop them?
I can't believe this. It's going to come down to the last 2 laps of the whole season for our decider. Can Rafa catch Brady?
And that is the question. Can you believe the tension here in Miami? Everyone watching on here at Biscayne Bay, we're on board now then again with Brady. Look at those gaps at the top of the screen. It's 7.2 seconds, 7.6. It will keep updating through all of the different sectors around the 1.2 kilometre course here in Miami. And as you've already said, Shelley, it is survival of the fittest. We've had quite a few problems with quite a few of the boats now at the end of a very long and difficult and trying season. There's the situation. Brady would win it by 11 points. If it stays like this, we're into the penultimate tour. The gap is 9.9 seconds.
Well, this is interesting. It's all about just flying that racebird home now, keeping it flying as high as you can, but not pushing too much, which is then makes it drop into the water. So keep your cool and keep the foils on the tippy toes, as we've been saying all season long. That is the maximum performance of the E1 racebird, flying high through the water.
And this is not like car racing or bike racing. A 9.5 second lead is not that much in E1, because as you say, if they do drop down off the foils, it's very, very easy to lose 5 or 6 seconds in the blink of an eye. I wonder what they're feeling now. They'll be thinking about everything, won't they, going on around them. Are they suspecting problems? Are they hearing things or seeing things or feeling things they've not felt for the whole weekend so far, Shelley? As we come through then to the 6th and final lap, this is it.
Well, as you can see and what we've said all before, Rafa is obviously in the wake of Brady, so they are struggling with the rougher water. Brady've got the flat water and they are cruising home, I think.
But they have got to get there. They have got to get there. No mistakes and no problems as we move into the last 1.2 kilometres. Brady around the markers. Don't make any mistakes. Don't cut inside the markers by accident, as Rafa did, if you remember, in an earlier race. If you've been following the action on YouTube across the weekend. Brady are on the back straight for the last time. That's now a lead, a very comfortable lead, I must say, of 12.1 seconds. And Brady are potentially just a few seconds away now from becoming two-time E1 Series world champions.
Yeah, you can't give it to them. They have worked so hard. They are an excellent team. Their strategies are perfect. They listen to each other and they work together so well.
This is it. Can they believe it? After the ups and downs of the season, they didn't take the championship lead until round 5, but now, having already done the honours last year, Team Brady 2025 champions of the water here in Miami. Emma Kimmelainen, tears of joy will be flowing. Sam Coleman, everybody, Tom Brady will be overjoyed. A valiant effort for Rafa in second place. They missed the title by just 11 points when 42 are available on a single weekend, and Tom Schaap is gutted. Blue Rising third in the race, third in the championship. Miami fourth, just missing the podium, but a really strong weekend for them. Aoki will be fourth in the championship. But can they believe it, Shelley? Brady are double champions of the water.
Oh, that's good team spirit there in the Ocean Club. Rafa congratulating everybody.
Wow, what a situation. The ups and the downs, the issues they've had, the gearbox problem they had in Nigeria when they were craned back into the water at the last moment and lost a lot of points. Brady are your champions of the water for the second time. You saw the look as well, didn't you, on Tom Schaap's face when we went on board just a second ago, Shelley? He's absolutely gutted because they came so close, and it's been such a good season for Rafa, not least the win in Doha, but oh, look at him. Oh, it's such a shame. We said this, didn't we, at the start of the weekend? Someone's going to have to come out of this having not won the championship. They would have deserved it just as much as these guys. Tom Brady had that big event here last night. They go round again then for a bonus lap to celebrate, and Brady over the line as they come back in now to the launch zone. Emma Kimmelainen absolutely beside herself with joy now, totally euphoric. And who can blame the Finnish pilot, 36 years old, her teammate Sam Coleman from Wales, 41 years of age. And what a brilliant example of teamwork, not just from Brady, but from our championship second place finishes, our incredible runner-up for 2025. It's Team Rafa. Tom Schaap, I have to say, commiserations, but also congratulations on an incredible season.
Yeah, it's a good P2 for the season, and but yeah, congrats to Brady. They make an incredible job and all the season.
Tom, thank you very much indeed. It's been spectacular. And the same goes for Chris Lazaraga as well. And it certainly goes, of course, for Tom Brady's crew. Look at Emma Kimmelainen. Soak up the moment, savour it. The embrace of Emma Kimmelainen, her team members, her teammate Sam Coleman, because Team Brady are champions of the water for the second time. It came right down to the wire for the first time in E1 history. It could not have been better. 4 teams in contention in the very last final of the campaign, and that's great news for Emma as well. Doesn't get much better than this, does it?
PAF pilot of the race, Emma Kimmelainen. She has got another little cherry on that cake for her today. Well done. And she is one happy bunny.
Yes, I think it's fair to say she's relatively pleased with this result. She's kept so calm all through the weekend. I have to say there's been a real air of tension, hasn't there, here in the launch zone and the Ocean Club, but not with Emma, I have to say, and Sam. They really have been as cool as a cucumber. Brady win, and they win the championship as well with another glorious victory. Their second win of the season to equal Aoki. Only 2 two-time winners then in 25. Well, this party's going to go long into the night, I'm sure.
Very professional team, very well deserved, Team Brady.
What a special moment for all of them. And I'm not going to say it was never in doubt, because there were some moments earlier on in the year when they had all sorts of issues. Looking back then at the highlights of the race, and this is how it started for Brady. Believe you me, there's a lot more visibility from the onboard camera than there is from the cockpit at this point. They knew, didn't they, Shirley? They knew they had to maintain this lead out of that first corner to not get in the wake and the spray of all the other boats.
Yeah, definitely. And she you've got to hand it to Emma. She drove a very cool, calm, collected race. And she just brought that E1 Racebird home.
Poetry in motion. You are looking at your 2025 Champions of the Water after an absolutely spectacular finale here in Miami for the first time. Taylor Schneider is down there to receive our 2025 title winners.
Team Brady, you have done it here in the USA, taken another championship. Tell me how you're feeling.
Freaking awesome! I'm so proud of the team, like the boat, everything, you know, the calls, the strategy, everything went super well today. And not to say, Sam, you just crushed it, absolutely crushed it.
You crossed the line there. Like, you did an amazing job at the end there, and it was great to show that we've learned from our mistakes earlier in the season and we've been able to apply it as we've gone forwards. And every time we go on the water, we learn something and we get better. So look out season 3.
Oh my God.
The inaugural, this is the first E1 Miami GP. We're here in the US. What does it mean for the fans and what other continents to really see this global sport being brought here?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a lovely place. Good positive vibes. Really, you know, suits us. It's Tom's backyard. We're so thrilled to have this an amazing wrestle for him at in his own hometown.
Celebrations tonight.
Yeah, so celebrations tonight, now. So celebrations now. Like, everybody get down here. It's going to be a great time. We're really excited. You know, coming into the weekend, we knew we were leading, but we had the target on our back, but still almost had this kind of underdog spirit. We knew we had to win, like, and that was great, and we delivered, and it was incredible. Love it.
Congratulations, Team Brady.
Thank you, Taylor. Congratulations, guy. Yeah, spot the Brit there with Sam Coleman getting ready for the party. It's only 27 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. Brady win, and the history books will show that it was an 11-point advantage over Rafa. Fantastic runner-up spot for them. Blue Rising, Aoki, and Westbrook. They were your top 5 for 2025, with Miami completing the field.
Tom, down here on the launch zone, and what incredible finish that was. It was neck and neck. Truly, you guys had it so close for Team Brady, but definitely showed a lot of strength with your team.
Yeah, for sure, it was a tough race. I mean, we tried our best until the end. It was really tough season. Difficult, but yeah, we took exactly the same start with Emma and me, and obviously she was the inside line, so I was not able to catch her. Then she made incredible run. So yeah, I think we should be happy with the P2, because at least when we start the weekend we're struggling, then we are in final fighting for the championship. Obviously we are a bit sad because we want the win, but yeah, we'll come back stronger next season for sure.
And you have your team owner right there behind you. How proud do you think he is of your team efforts?
Yeah, I mean, he looks really happy, and it's really great support. It was a pleasure to having him during all the weekend, during all the season. So yeah, it's good.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, guys. Congratulations to all of our teams then, and particular Team Brady in the UIM E1 World Championship presented by PIF. It's been an incredible season. We can't wait for 2026. See you soon.